On October 2nd, 2019, Mark Bell and his crew called out Vegan Gains for his review on Stan Efferding's Vertical Diet. Mark Bell and his crew called out Vegan Gains because Vegan Gains just completely dismantled Stan Efferding. Now, I'm not saying this because Vegan Gains is a vegan and I'm on like the team vegan or the vegan team or whatever. I'm not saying that because to suit my bias or anything like that. I'm saying the reason why I agree with Vegan Gains, and I think you can objectively agree with him, is because he used science to back up all his claims and essentially made Stan Efferding look like someone who doesn't know what he's talking about in regards to nutrition. That seems to be a really hard pill to swallow for these brohemes. When someone presents science to refute someone else's bullshit dieting scheme, it seems there's always a broheme or professor there waiting in the wings to defend their bro. And in this case, it was Mark Bell defending Stan Efferding. The best part is that Vegan Gains actually invited Stan Efferding onto his channel to debate the subject if need be. Of course, if Stan Efferding even saw the video, he would never do such a thing because he'll probably just use the first excuse that suits his fancy. So, something along the lines that Vegan Gains' channel is just like one giant vegan echo chamber, and Vegan Gains uses he cherry picks his science, and he probably doesn't want to bring any notoriety to his channel by bringing his presence onto Vegan Gains' channel, or maybe he simply doesn't have the time to do so. Now, I will say that some of those excuses may have some substance, as Stan Efferding does have a pretty busy life. He does actually look like he has like an extremely busy life. The guy runs a couple businesses, I think, or not a couple, a few businesses. He has like 2 daughters, he's married, he's got a household. I mean, the guy's got shit to do. But nonetheless, Stan does like to market his company. After all, the guy is an entrepreneur. He does like to make money. He wants to make money, as we all do, to support our lifestyles. But that being the case, Stan does like going on to podcasts, a few podcasts, and in particular, he likes going on Mark's podcast. He's been on Mark's podcast multiple times, and not only has he been on Mark Bell's podcast multiple times, he's also trained at Mark Bell's gym, Super Training Gym, a shitload of times. He's been in a bunch of his videos, and guess what? Mark Bell's crew actually suggested that Vegan Gains and Stan Efferding be guests on Mark Bell's podcast at the same time, so that there's a level playing field, so that these two guys can hash it out.
To keep it an even playing field, they should both come on this podcast and debate.
I think this is a great idea to finally just clear the air, as Stan Efferding is an expert that Mark Bell and so many others rely on for nutritional information and consultations. It would definitely be a great opportunity for Stan Efferding to finally embarrass Vegan Gains and these annoying vegans and show the world that cholesterol is not harmful, and that saturated fat is good for you, and soy will turn you into a woman or a soy boy, or whatever bro knowledge Stan wants to throw out there to justify what he does. I mean, think about how much positive attention this will give Stan Efferding. He can finally make the devil himself that everyone runs away from, that being Vegan Gains. They seem to just run the other direction anytime this whole nutrition topic comes up. He can finally make Vegan Gains look like a fool and show him the real science and truth behind real, true nutrition. I mean, think about how good a deal this will be for Stan Efferding. Sales will go through the roof. I mean, this is why Stan Efferding sells his pre-packaged meals that are loaded with healthy animal products so that he can help people get stronger and healthier. I mean, this would be phenomenal for Stan. But let's also not forget that Stan also recommends this.
Now, I believe all of this has helped us to finally answer the most important question, once and for all. What's the best diet? The one you'll follow. All diets work when they're strictly adhered to.
So I guess I'm doing the right diet that consists of beer, sweet potato, bacon, and ground beef. If I have muscles, I must be doing the right thing, because clearly muscles speak louder than blood work or what the science presents. I think this conversation between Vegan Gains and Stan Efferding is a must. And let me just say this. The truth is, It doesn't matter whether you like Vegan Gains or you hate the guy, or if you like Stan Efferding or don't, or Mark Bell. It doesn't matter. What matters is the science. And if there is conflicting sciences between two parties and what is being presented, and people are getting offended or it's affecting people, then it should be disseminated in a friendly conversation, as Mark Bell's crew has expressed on his podcast. I'll say this too. I know Vegan Gains comes off as a very brash individual on his videos, but if you see him on any of his debates that he's had, he's actually like really calm and he's actually polite and everything. I don't think he's gonna go crazy and start screaming about wanting to stomp in the heads of babies. Besides, this is a golden opportunity to embarrass and expose Vegan Gains, because the guy's a turd, right? So what needs to happen? I think everybody here who's watching this video right now, whether you're vegan, plant-based, carnivore, meat eater, regular, standard American diet, European, Australian, whatever, whoever you are and whatever diet you are, whatever team you are, whatever it is, okay, whoever's watching this needs to do their part and let Vegan Gains know that he's been called out by Mark Bell and his crew. They made a whole podcast on him. And he needs to get in contact with Mark Bell and set up a day to fly down to California to meet up with Mark Bell so that he can do the podcast, Mark Bell's podcast, with Stan Efferding, so these two can, talk it out. I know Mark Bell has already had a vegan doctor on his podcast. He had Joel Fuhrman on there, so he seems to be pretty receptive to the idea of letting contrasting viewpoints onto his podcast. So I think this would be a great opportunity to have Vegan Gains on there, because like I said, I think Mark Bell is receptive to it. And this way also all this anger and confusion can be cleared up. Obviously some coordination between Mark Bell and Stan Efferding needs to be planned out along with Vegan Gains so that they can all meet up at California at the same time so they can do Mark Bell's Power Project podcast that we all want to see. So let's all do our part and let Vegan Gains know in the comments section of his most recent video, or sending him a DM in Twitter, wherever, somehow, by copying, pasting the URL of this video, or by simply just letting him know that he's been called out by Mark Bell, and copy paste the URL of Mark Bell's video podcast. All the URLs to Vegan Gains and Mark Bell's videos are in the description box of this video if you need them, and I hope you all participate in this enticing potential conversation. I'm telling you people, this is a major opportunity for all of us to do our part, so I hope you all help, as it's only going to take a few seconds of your day. I would really appreciate it. Also, please let me know what you think in the comment sections down below. As you know, I love to engage with all of you. You know I appreciate all of you. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the ding dong button if you haven't already. I'm the Natural Hoaxer. I want to thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for the next one.